behind the scene, they work very hard to do what they do, to stay motivated. This is the teacher's reality show. This is the teacher's reality show.
The Teachers Naija reality show.
Guys, let's go inside now. Let's go. Just go this way. Go this way. Yo. Keep going just a bit. Oh, that's fine. That's fine there. Just try to space out. Space yourself. Space yourself. That's good, guys. Are we ready for today?
Yes, sir.
Alright, these exercises will be in two phases. I will lead the first part. Shito will lead the second part. Are we good to go?
Good to go, sir.
Are we good to go?
Good to go, sir.
Firstly, okay, the guy, please. The principal, please move to that side. Thank you very much. Okay. Make sure your hands are stretched out. Oh, that's good. Put the hands down, please. Right now, look at what I want to do. Are you ready? Hands up, everybody. Legs open. Shake it. Legs open, shake it. Now go wide. Shake the hands together like that. Let's go. Now go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Okay, stay like that. Stay like that. I want you to fold your hands this way, forward. Bring it to your shin now. Raise your head as if you are looking up to the sky. I'm counting 1 to 5. Let's go now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring it up. The same way, but this time around, put your hand there, your right hand. Then you bend it on your right shoulder, facing the sky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good one. You are doing well. Well done. The next thing, your left hand on your head again. Rest it on your shoulder and face the sky again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You are doing well. Please.
Now, teammates, stretch it out.
Good.
Stretch it out. Stretch it out. Now we'll go like this. Open your legs, 2 legs while we're going. And from count of 5 to 1 to 0. Now let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Now whatever you do to the other side, you must do it to the other side. So we'll go again on the left hand side. Go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Now let's go. Stretch it out. Now, open your legs. We're going like this. In, out, side, and your waist.
Wow.
In, out, side, and your waist.
How many
Let's
times?
go. On the count of 5. From 5 to 0. Let's go. 1, 2, go. In, out, side, and side. 1, in, out, side, on your waist. 4, in, out, side, on your waist. 3, in, out, side, on your waist. 2, in, out, on your side, on your waist. 1, in, out, on your side, waist, and 0. Now let's stretch it out.
Thank you very much. Right away, as we're jogging, keep jogging like that. Keep jogging. Let's make it brisk now. Brisk. Go. Shake it. Shake it. It's for you. Thank you. Stop there. Stop there. Okay, the last one. Relax yourself. Breathe in while you're standing. Breathe in. Let's go. Hands on your shoulder, on your waist, sorry. Out. In. Out. Right now, we are going to do one more thing. We want to twist it around. It belongs to you. Your hands on your waist. Watch me. 1, 2. Do. Yeah, do. Let's go. 1, 2. Hope you can see that. Yes. Now do right, left. Do it again. Right, left. Now we will count 1 to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Hope you understand. Front, back, okay. Right, left. Okay. That's 1 to 4. Okay. I'll be counting. You do. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. It belongs to you. 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Thank you very much.
Now spread it out. Let's go. Stretch your legs. There's an instruction. Let's pay ourselves. Girls, ladies to ladies, guys to guys. Quickly.
Come.
Ladies to ladies, guys to guys. Pick a partner.
Okay, please. Just pick.
Come.
Clear yourself.
Now follow the instruction quickly.
Please, let's see. If you don't, please come. Join us here. You don't have a partner.
One of you go down. On the floor. Lie down flat on the floor.
Your back on the floor.
On the floor.
One of you. Good. This way. Look at him. This way.
Stretch your legs out. That's the first instruction.
This is the teacher's reality show.
The Teachers Naija reality show. Teachers Naija reality show.
Fighter from Naija, 60 years of comfort. Quality is Fighter from. Quality is Fighter from for sure. Thank you for all the joy, memories of comfort.
Vitafoam is proudly Nigerian and constantly support Nigerians with consistent quality product for comfort and well-being. With Vitafoam, you don't just sleep. We give you comfort that gets you recharged. Vitafoam, the fine art of living.
The Teachers Naija reality show.
It's a common saying that charity begins at home and that the smallest unit of every society is the family. But the question is, do modern-day parents really understand the meaning of this statement? Or are they even willing to understand and accept its implications?
When it comes to schooling and education, there are a lot of situations that happen, especially between parents and teachers. And today we'll be seeing one of those situations happen here today. My name is Babashir Mfasheru.
And my name is Oyari Oche. And we're live here at the Federal High Court where we get to witness a parent suing a teacher. Do you really know what that means? Babashir?
Yeah.
I mean, do you understand the implication of that? A parent suing a teacher?
Well, I mean, like I said before, there are a lot of things that happen when it comes to education, especially between parents and teachers. And sometimes you just have to make some things clear. You know, especially when it has to be, you beat my children or you beat my child, my school fees, how come you're not giving me all of those things? And of course, you know, when things like this happen, it gives an opportunity for us to know the responsibilities of the parents and the responsibilities of the teachers as well.
True, but then to bring it to court, because you understand that when something gets to court, there's a little or no chance at all for both parties to, you know, become amicable again. So, I mean, right now, and then we see that there is an almost eternal bond between a teacher and a parent because everybody has to go to school, at least is ideal for everyone to go to school. But now in the case where we have a parent suing a teacher today, do you think there's ever going to be any chance at remedying that relationship between both parents?
Well, I mean, someone has to step into it, and that's why we have the court of law. And I believe that at some point, after these all things have been, you know, sorted out, yeah, they will not have a choice but to just work together because education and parenting, they go hand in hand.
True that. Well, today we're going to find out all the details and the outcome of these lawsuits. And if you want to know the details, make sure you don't go anywhere because it's about to get interesting.
We'll be right back.
This is the Teachers reality show.
The Teachers Naija reality show.
Life depends on water. And it is very important for you all to know that the most abundant substance in plants and animal tissues is water. Let me ask you a simple question. How does the water cycle affect the weather?
When the sun hits the Earth's surface,
When the sun hits the Earth's surface, water evaporates and rises into the atmosphere.
Yes.
This same water then condenses to form clouds, which then produce precipitation, that is rain, snow, hail, and so on, which then brings the water back to the Earth's surface.
Very correct. You all make me so proud. I see you all doing great things in the future.
Well, he's right. Some of these kids and many others out there are going to end up becoming doctors, lawyers, engineers, economists, and captains of different professions out there. But do you know that none of these kids will exist without a thorough foundation being put in place by the teachers? So, but why has this profession, which has been the mother of all professions, been relegated to the background? Not to worry. The Teachers Naija TV reality show is here to change the narrative. Teachers now have the opportunity to grace your screens for the next 30 days to win prizes worth 25 million naira. So stay tuned as we take you through a journey of intellectual input coming from all the teachers cut across Nigeria. It will definitely blow your mind. It is the third season of Teachers Naija reality TV show.
They all grow to become strong leaders.
For sponsorship and advert placement, please call 0803 489 8510 or 0817 348 6570. Let the game begin.
Cut!
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, my lord.
Please call the first case on the course list.
The first case is suit number FCT/HV/CV/4377/2022. A case between Parents Association of Nigeria and National Association of Teachers.
Case file. Are parties in court?
Yes, my lord.
Yes.
The plaintiff is represented by the president of the association in person of Alhaji Umar. With him are some of the members.
Please sit down.
May it please the court.
My lord, the defendant is represented by the president of the National Association of Teachers in person of Comrade Adebisi Shabi. May my lord be pleased.
Yes, appearances.
My lord, it pleases this honorable court. I am Barrister Victoria Honore for appearing for the plaintiff as it pleases the court.
Yes, defense counsel.
With greatest reverence to my lord, I am Esther Babashela. My appearance is for the defendant, National Association of Teachers. May my lord be pleased.
Yes, plaintiff counsel.
My lord, the matter today is for final addresses. We have filed all our processes and subject to the court's convenience, we are ready to proceed as it pleases the court.
Defense counsel, is that the position?
My lord, that is the position. We have equally filed in all our processes and are ready to proceed subject to the convenience of this court. May my lord be pleased.
Yes. You can proceed.
Thank you, my lord. By writ of summons, dated 19th day of October, 2021, and filed same day against the defendant, National Association of Teachers, we claim following. A declaration that the defendant has not justified the amount of money paid as fees, as the defendant failed abysmally in making the children knowledgeable and intelligent. A declaration that the defendant is solely responsible for the development of the intelligence quotient of the children.
Order.
The sum of 500 billion naira for breach of contract as a result of teachers' failure to impart the best possible knowledge to their children after collecting school fees from them.
Exactly. No way. No. Order in the court.
My lord, during the trial, we called 3 witnesses, PW1 to PW3, who tendered 3 documents admitted in as evidence and marked exhibits 1 to 3. My lord, according to PW1, in person of Mr. Agabiaka, who is also a parent with Calvin Groups of School, who, he said, on several occasions, his daughter had come home with unmarked assignments and classwork in mathematics. The parent called the attention of the school management and also of the teacher. But the teacher was not put in check, my lord. And as such, students began to lose interest in mathematics. We all know math is a core subject for entering into higher institution. No wonder, my lord, there was a drastic decline in the main percentage of the students' performance. My lord, this is a clear indication of a laissez-faire attitude of both the teacher and the school management towards effective teaching and learning, as against the exorbitant fees that is being paid by my plaintiff. My lord, PW2 also described a very pathetic story that touches the heart.
Order.
My lord, Mr. Nwachukwu and Mrs. Nwachukwu described their own story. And this story, as I said, is very, very pathetic. They said the child, who is an only child, leaves home very early but never gets to the school. As his class attendance register is marked and notes written by his friend, who happens to be the class captain. My lord, it was also discovered that the class captain is saddled with responsibility of marking class attendance register.
Objection, my lord.
All objection sustained.
My lord, it is an outright invasion of the school's property for parents to have access to the school's property. An outright invasion of the school's privacy for parents to have access to school property, which includes documents like the school's attendance register. Yes. My lord, this court, I urge that it should disregard this evidence as baseless and not relevant to this case.
Order in the court. Order.
My lord, in response to my learned colleague, if the teacher are diligent in upholding the so-called privacy of school's material, what then explains a class captain coming home with the school register?
Order.
My lord, this is a criminal act. According to the National Policy of Education, 2012, page 6, item number 3, stating on no account should a teacher delegate marking classwork, assessment, test, and register by a student. My lord, the teacher of Master Chinedu chose otherwise and delegated the responsibility to the class captain.
You see it?
Order. My lord, the dream of Mr. and Mrs. Nwachukwu was suddenly cut short of having their child graduate from the school with excellent results. My lord, my lord, the defendant should be responsible for the damage done on Master Chinedu's intelligence quotient.
Order in the court.
No amount, though no amount can be quantified to the extent done on Master Chinedu's life career. My lord, PW3, an evaluator from Department of Quality Assurance showed Exhibit 53, which is the nominal role of a teacher of teachers of Santiago Nursery and Primary School. From the data given after supervision of the said school, it shows that 80% of the teachers have qualifications not relevant to education. My lord,
Order.
This is an act that is punishable under the Act of Teachers Registration Council.
Objection, my lord.
Act Cap 2004.
Objection sustained.
My lord, this is 21st century, where the world no longer lay prominence on just certification, but on the ability of the individual that is to be employed. You cannot measure a teacher's ability by mere viewing their certificate. I urge my lord to dismiss that evidence as it is baseless on this case. Thank you, my lord.
Order. Order.
My lord, my learned colleague just said it is baseless. When children go to school, now are you telling me that it is the responsibility of the parents to look out for, to start asking for teachers' certificates?
Ask me. Order in the
Are
court.
they expected to go and start meeting the teachers individually to ask them for their certificates, whether they read education or not? My lord, by standard, and as I said, according to the Act of TRCN, every teacher in a school should be licensed and certified. Yes. They are supposed to study education, not bringing somebody that read HND, a BSc in political science, to teach a child in education. My lord, this teacher cannot display the methodology of teaching in the classroom. And methodology is the basis for teaching. A teacher without methodology cannot effectively teach a child to understand. And as such, it affects the performance of the student.
Order in the court.
Any exam he or she writes. My lord, may I lay emphasis on all evidences of the exhibits, especially Exhibit 2, to pray the court to grant the relief of 500 billion to Parents Association of Nigeria as it pleases the court. My lord, we believe the facts and evidences before this court are legal authority. We have clearly established that it is the responsibility of the defendant to impart the student's cognitive knowledge. And as such, my lord, I rest my case.
Yes.
My lord, in reaction to the sentimental, unmeritorious, baseless and unfounded suit before this court, we filed a defense dated 21st of October 2021, seeking to dismiss the unwarranted claim by the plaintiff. My lord, in the course of this trial, we called 4 witnesses and tendered 4 exhibits, which were admitted in evidence and marked as Exhibit D1 to Exhibit D4. Exhibit D1 is a recorded interview with students, which shows that most parents leave their children at the mercy of caregivers. My lord, the home is the first agent of socialization, and it plays a major role in the development of a child. And parents ought to collaborate with the teachers to complement their efforts, rather than castigate them. Many parents pay heavily, but they leave their children at the mercy of these caregivers who are either illiterate or half-educated and may not even understand the concept of the assignment being given to the
Objection
student.
overruled. Continue, learned counsel.
Thank you, my lord. Exhibit D2 presented sophisticated technological gadgets in possession of the students, which establishes a misplaced priority on the parts of the parents who make provisions without the needed guidance on the usage. This shows that parents unconsciously invite these agents of distraction wielded in technology to hamper rather than improve their children's intellectual ability as they focus on these gadgets at home and neglect the most important, which is their studies.
Objection, my lord.
How will they not perform woefully?
Objection sustained. What are you objecting to, learned counsel?
My lord, I am objecting to the use of gadgets. We are in the 21st century and the children are 21st century students. they are expected to use these gadgets. As in, the approach of teaching now is student-centered. And one way to actually achieve this is by engaging these children to do things on their own. My lord, the said gadgets will help them to improve on their understanding on whatsoever they are being taught in the classroom. Thank you, my lord.
My lord, my learned colleague stated that sophisticated technological gadgets is meant for improving the learner's ability. Agreed, but these gadgets are meant to be used at home for further learning. We all know that these gadgets are highly prohibited in schools except specified. Many parents give students these gadgets and they don't monitor them. As a parent, you are giving a gadget to a child. You ought to monitor and guide them on the proper usage. You can even install parental control. But what do we have in this part of the world? Most of our parents don't even understand how to use these gadgets, but they give it to the children, and these children end up picking unsavory habits and unwholesome behavior from the internet at a very tender age. How will they learn, my lord? Exhibit D3 presented a video clip of a parent physically assaulting a teacher right in the school premises in Lagos. What did the teacher do? The parent blamed the teacher for instilling discipline through isolation of the learner, who was a cause of class disorderliness. What do you expect the teachers to do when the stakeholders that are expected to encourage the teachers constantly attack them for doing the right thing?
I wonder.
This will adversely affect the learning abilities of the learner.
Overruled.
Exhibit D for my lord. It's a reference to a case dated 18th February 2020 at the Federal High Court in Lagos between one said Mrs. Bello and Dimango School. Mrs. Bello put pressure on the school to grant the child a double promotion as a result of the child's excellent performance in Basic 4. After much pressure, the school succumbed because they wanted to retain their customers. But unfortunately, the said child failed in his external examination, and Mrs. Bello pressed charges against the school for being responsible for her child's failure.
Objection, my
lord. My lord.
Objection sustained.
My lord, my learned colleague is making me to realize that the school does not have a standard rule. And parents shouldn't impose decisions or shouldn't decide for the school if there is a policy guiding the school. My lord, I think this submission should be disregarded. Thank you.
Yes, Defense Counsel, what do you have to say?
My lord, it is germane to note that there are levels of learning, and each child should be allowed to scaffold each learning levels progressively. Correct. These claims are recorded in the Family Law Reform Act 1969, Section 8. Based on these evidences, facts, legal documents, and cases cited, I believe we have been able to demonstrate beyond doubt that the plaintiff suit lacks merit and should be dismissed with punitive cost. I rest my case.
Thank you. Plaintiff Counsel, you filed your reply on points of law. Do you want to adumbrate on it?
My lord, please can you take that?
You filed your reply on points of law. Do you wish to adumbrate, to respond?
No,
do you have any response?
No, my lord.
Okay.
This is the Teacher's Reality Show.
The Teacher's Naija Reality Show.
Vitafoam is proudly Nigerian and constantly support Nigerians with consistent quality product for comfort and well-being. With Vitafoam, you don't just sleep. We give you comfort that gets you recharged. Vitafoam, the fine art of living.
This Naija reality show.
Here's my judgment. The plaintiff, Parents Association of Nigeria, initiated this action by a writ of summons issued out of the registry of this court, dated the 19th day of October 2022, against the defendant, National Association of Teachers, claiming the following: a declaration that the defendant has not justified the amount of money paid as fees, as the defendant has failed abysmally in making the children knowledgeable and intelligent. A declaration that the defendant is solely responsible for the development of the intelligent quotient of the children. The sum of 50 billion naira for breach of contract as a result of the teacher's failure to impart the best possible knowledge to their children after collecting school fees from them. To prove our claims, plaintiff testified, called witnesses, and tendered some exhibits, including a register of attendance from Kelvin International School, an assessment book, nominal roll, and data from social media sources. In defense of the case, defendant testified, called witnesses, and tendered some exhibits, mostly data from verifiable sources on child intelligent quotient development. The defendant tendered a confiscated Bluetooth speaker, electronic gadget, and video evidence. The plaintiff's case is that the defendant charges enormous and exorbitant fees and other monies on incidental needs, and the said money collected is not reflected on the output of the children in the academic performance. They argue that the plaintiff has provided the necessary facilities required by the defendant and wonder why this enormous investment does not reflect in the result sheet of their children. They see the defendant as solely responsible for this. The plaintiff blames this on the indisciplined and lackadaisical approach of the defendant to the task of impartation of knowledge to the children. Plaintiff maintained that assessments given in school are not marked by the teachers and that registers of attendance are supervised by students. The defendant's case, on the other hand, is that both the parents and the teachers have roles to play in the intellectual development of the child. The teachers contended that children are gifted and are skilled differently and that every child must not be the best in academics. They submitted that schools are limited in the task of helping kids with self-discovery and that it is beyond the school program and that parents with the right level of attention can direct the energy of their kids to focus on developing skills that are of interest to their children. The defendant argued that it is not every child that is cut out for purely academic vocation, as most of them are blessed with innate potentials, which may not necessarily depend mainly on formal education to project. Defendants sought the court to dismiss the claims of the plaintiff for being frivolous. Upon close of evidence, the plaintiff's counsel, Olubumi Victoria Honore, Esquire, formulated 3 issues for determination, while the defendant's counsel, Esther Babasola, Esquire, formulated 2 issues for same. I have carefully perused the 5 issues of the parties in the suit, and I am of the opinion that the issues are related, and I therefore subsume the issue in one as follows. Who is responsible for the intellectual soundness of the child in a challenging educational and social environment? I wish to begin by posing a question. Does the amount of money paid or the high class or school attended automatically transform to intellectual capacity in a child? I answer this question in the negative. Every individual is created differently with different capacities and innate abilities. No child is totally the same with the other, even if it is a Siamese twin. The component of the child capacity it is submitted can be influenced by the standard of school he or she attended, but that does not automatically transmit to capacity in high quotient. Other factors can contribute to a dullard of a child, which much money is expended on. Factors away from the school, like single parenthood, divorce, environment, peer influence, etc., can affect the level of concentration of a child and thus make a mess of his or her intellectual outputs. I agree that the great exposure to basic facilities can contribute considerably to the development of intellectual capacity of a child, but we should not sacrifice that on the presumption that every child were to be masters in sciences and arts at the same time. It is incumbent to know the general inherent inclination, potentials, and gift of a child so as to enable the defendants, that is, the teachers, mold our child along that direction. It is worthy to know that the plaintiff usually exerts so much influence in the area of choice of a career, discipline, and subject combinations to suit not the inherent potentials of these children, but their choice of discipline for them, which is usually premised on those careers or courses they deem lucrative, like medicine, law, pharmacy, engineering, etc., without taking cognizance of the fact that these are quite a large number of people going with the toga of those different professions who cannot be said to be successful. While agreeing with the defendant that the plaintiff has an intrinsic role to play here, I must observe with great concern that the defendant cannot completely absolve themselves from the catchy duty of recognizing the inherent talent of these children, encourage them on their area of strength, and advising the plaintiff appropriately. The defendant are in a position to detect quite early the area of strength of a particular child and encourage them to believe in themselves for a better and passion-induced contributions to the society. A child who is encouraged to develop along the area of his potentials and passion will definitely be self-actualized and become a balanced member of the society, emotionally, psychologically, and otherwise. I therefore hold that the children should be allowed to develop naturally within the purview of their passions and talents, and in achieving this, both the plaintiff and the defendants are enjoined to work conjunctively.
As the court pleases.
This is my judgment and I so hold.
As the court pleases.
I make no order as to cost or award of damages.
As the court pleases.
This is the Teacher's Reality Show.
The Teacher's Naija Reality Show.
Life depends on water. And it is very important for you all to know that the most abundant substance in plants and animal tissues is water. Let me ask you a simple question. How does the water cycle affect the weather?
When the sun hits the Earth's surface,
When the sun hits the Earth's surface, water evaporates and rises into the atmosphere.
Yes.
This same water then condenses to form clouds, which then produce precipitation, that is rain, snow, hail, and so on, which then brings the water back to the Earth's surface.
Very correct. You all make me so proud. I see you all doing great things in the future.
Well, he's right. Some of these kids and many others out there are going to end up becoming doctors, lawyers, engineers, economists, and captains of different professions out there. But do you know that none of these kids would exist without a thorough foundation being put in place by the teachers? So, but why has this profession, which has been the mother of all professions, been relegated to the background? Not to worry, the Teachers Naija TV reality show is here to change the narrative. Teachers now have the opportunity to grace your screens for the next 30 days to win prizes worth 105 million naira. So stay tuned as we take you through a journey of intellectual input coming from all the teachers cut across Nigeria. It will definitely blow your mind. It is the third season of Teachers Naija reality TV show.
They all grow to become strong leaders.
For sponsorship and advert placement, please call 0803 489 8510 or 0817 348 6570. Let the game begin.
Fighter from Naija, 60 years of comfort. Quality is vital from. Quality is vital, vital from for sure. Is vital. Thank you for all the joy, memories of comfort.
Vitafoam is proudly Nigerian and constantly support Nigerians with consistent quality product for comfort and well-being. With Vitafoam, you don't just sleep. We give you comfort that gets you recharged. Vitafoam, the fine art of living.
This is the Teachers Reality Show.
The Teachers Naija reality show.
What an amazing moment with our parents and our teachers here at the Court of Law.
Yes.
Oyare, what do you think?
Wow, it was one hectic battle, I would say. I really had a tough time deciding whose side I'll be on because both parties brought really strong points, you know, and it's kind of reiterating my point I said at the beginning of the show that the family is the first unit, the basic unit of every society. And, you know, psychologists even say that a child's first psychology or mental state or cultural state is built from the perspective that he or she derives from the family, you know. So I feel like parents really have greater responsibility in the development of a child.
Yeah, just to agree with what you've said. You see, God actually created a family, you know, to care, to teach the kids before they go into the four walls of school. All right, so that automatically makes the teachers imperfect parents. If a child comes from a functional family, healthy family, it makes the job of teachers quite easy.
Yeah,
all right?
easier.
But when they come from dysfunctional families, when they come from unhealthy families, it makes their jobs more important.
Definitely.
Like they have to really, really take their time to work on those kids.
Definitely.
All right.
Definitely.
So for me, I think both of them have works to do. I mean, so it's not a function of you having to give the teachers these responsibilities and the teacher says at home you have to, you know, it's all interwoven. But
true that.
All the same.
If you like what you saw and you want to follow up on the conversation, make sure you do not miss any of these details. Make sure you engage and follow us on all our social media platforms.
And of course, you can get to reach us on Instagram at Teachers Naija, and Facebook at Teachers Naija, and of course on YouTube at Teachers Naija Reality TV Show. There you can catch up with all our previous seasons and episodes, and then you can know how far we've gone on this show. Thank you so much, beautiful people, for staying with us this far. And on behalf of me and Oyare, I say
bye.
They all grow to become strong leaders.